I once watched a highly trained Marine struggle to tell his dog, leave it. And then one moment changed everything. If your dog isn't reliably listening, even though you're training often, there are three reasons why. And number three, that's the one almost everyone misses. First, frequency. If you train occasionally, you'll get occasional results. Train daily, and reliability follows. Second, set some standards. If you repeat commands and don't follow through, you're teaching your dog to ignore you the first time. Fix those first two, and most dogs improve. But if you're still struggling, here's the third reason, and it's best explained with a story. During one of our owner-trained service dog classes, we were working on the leave it command. By this point, the students had already learned sit, down, and heeling. They were calm, consistent, good at giving proper level corrections, and their dogs were responding well. Because typical triggers like cats, squirrels, or even a kid on a skateboard are difficult to keep reeled into a lesson, we introduced leave it using something we could fully control, a piece of hot dog. One by one, the students stepped forward. I'd toss the food near the dog, and the handler's job was simple. Watch the dog. If it triggers on the treat, say leave it, and if needed, follow through with a correction. The first three students, their dogs learned quickly, within just a few repetitions. Then came Pete. Pete was 19, a Marine veteran, 2 deployments to Afghanistan. He was back home after a medical discharge working through PTSD. Ready, I asked. Yes, ma'am. I dropped the hot dog. Leave it, Pete said. But Jake grabbed it before Pete reacted. We tried again. Same result. And again. After several attempts, I stopped the exercise. Something wasn't adding up. Pete was physically capable. He understood the process, but his timing just wasn't there. As we took a break, Pete's mother approached me frustrated. She explained that Pete had a traumatic brain injury and insisted he simply couldn't do what I was asking. At that moment, my husband Robert, a Marine veteran, stepped in. I'll take this one, he said. We regrouped outside. Robert walked up holding 2 hot dogs and a spray bottle of bleach. He sprayed one piece, held it out, and asked another student, "Does this smell like bleach?" "Oh, absolutely," she said. Then he turned to Pete. "Ready?" Pete nodded. Robert tossed the hot dog at Jake's feet. "Now, let me ask you, do you think Jake got that hot dog?" Not even close. Pete's correction was immediate, precise, perfect timing. Robert calmly picked up the hot dog and ate it, then revealed the swap. He'd tossed a clean piece, not the bleached one, a simple bait and switch. But it proved something powerful. So let's come back to the point. Reliable dog behavior comes from 3 things. First, practice frequently. Second, maintain high standards. And third, you must be serious. We can speculate why Pete wasn't serious at first, but that's not the point. The moment it mattered, he was. And his performance changed instantly. Dogs read us deeply and continually. At their core, they're social hunters, descendants of wolves. Survival depends on focus, cooperation, and seriousness of purpose. Hunting bison, elk, or caribou is very dangerous work. All members of the clan must be unwavering in their commitment to the task. That instinct is still there. When you give your dog a job, even something simple like retrieving a ball, you're tapping into that drive. But here's the key. If you aren't serious about the task, your dog won't be either. Seriousness isn't about being harsh. It's not about the leash or even perfect timing. It's about your presence. Your dog feels it. And when you bring that level of intention, your dog will meet you there. Reliability isn't just trained. It's communicated. It's driven by the relationship you have built with your dog. And it starts with how seriously you take the work.